Hey guys, I'm Shure. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta, and specifically the reason why multiple of my friends warned me against trying it. I'm not kidding. People were coming to me and saying, Enders, do not touch this game. And they weren't just any random friends of mine, they were the best COD players I personally know. Some of them being Tony Hawk, not to be confused with the pro skateboarder, the gaming definition, and just some other extremely talented FPS players that I trust their opinions of. And honestly, guys, I'm just going to talk about what I think about the beta personally, because I've watched a bunch of gameplay of it, haven't played it yet, I'm not sure I will actually play it, and we'll get into why. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I post videos almost daily now, and when there's actually content to make, I do actually post daily. So subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate you guys. We're almost halfway to 32,000 subs already, so you guys are just trucking through. I really do appreciate all the support. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So I'm sure you guys have seen a bunch of talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 all over the place, you know, Twitter, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to give my 2 cents on it. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I had some of the best Call of Duty players I know come and tell me not to even try to touch this game because, you know, I'm friends with them, they know what I like, and they obviously have similar tastes to mine. So they kind of wanted me to avoid it, and I asked them why, and they were saying, like, this game's just a complete step down from Modern Warfare 2019. It's the worst COD they've ever played, which is funny because I feel like everyone says that as soon as new Call of Duty comes out. But this time they were really, really serious about it. And when I was watching the gameplay, I could see exactly what they were talking about because I have played, you know, all the recent Call of Duties. So first things first, I don't know what they were thinking with the UI in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Why do you have to solve a puzzle to even play the game? Like, you start the game, and then you're shown, like, this marketing thing. Okay, get that out of my face. How do I play the game? So you're scrolling through the menus. You scroll down once. Okay, that's not multiplayer. Then you scroll down again, and it's like, okay, play the Modern Warfare 2 beta. So you click on that, and then you can play the beta. So it's like, okay, I started the game and had to navigate 2 or 3 menus to then play multiplayer. And on top of that, you can't really get rid of any game modes or anything. Like, say if you want to queue for just domination. You can't queue for just domination because, as far as I'm aware, the domination queue is actually tied to the TDM queue, and you can't uncheck TDM. But the worst part of all about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's UI is the puzzle you have to solve while trying to equip attachments or trying to navigate just the weapon menu. It's a nightmare. First of all, you have to use different weapons to unlock attachments for the weapon that you actually want to use. And the menus that you have to go through while you're going through this is just, like, mind-bending. I don't know what they were thinking. Whatever happened to a nice, you know, list? Whatever happened to a nice list? You know, remember in, like, Modern Warfare 2, the original one, where you open the attachments setup and there's just a list of attachments? It was great. Why do we have to overcomplicate things, guys? And speaking of overcomplicating things, this is a great segue into the gameplay portion of this game, and actually also simultaneously decomplicating things as well. You can't see anything while you're shooting at someone in this game. Whether it's too dark in a particular area and you can't see that person at all, whether you start shooting and there's, you know, paper flying everywhere and dust and debris and smoke and visual clutter. And then on top of that, the visual recoil, which is just how your weapon looks while you're shooting it, is out of this world. And I speak from personal experience on this particular issue because I have been lucky enough to shoot a real full auto M16A4 with a red dot sight, 20-inch barrel, and I can absolutely promise you, shooting that M16A4 in real life is less jarring than shooting some of these weapons in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And that's crazy to me. Because believe it or not, even though you're shooting, you know, 800 or 900 RPM out of an M16A4 in real life, you'd be shocked at how easy it is to actually keep that weapon stable and see exactly what you're shooting at through your red dot sight. And as far as the movement goes for this game, it looks absolutely terrible. There have been jokes made about this game by exceptionally talented players that are actually specifically known for having insane movement in Call of Duty. They've made the joke that this game is Call of Duty aiming down sights simulator. And I would have to agree with that assessment after watching them play in Discord and after watching just a ton of clips on Twitter. This game's movement is really, really bad for a couple of reasons. First of all, they removed the slide cancel. So the dolphin dive is already useless. Now you've essentially ruined the sliding because you can't use the slide to engage a fight. So, okay, the two movement options you had other than jump peeking have been destroyed. Now, jump peeking is okay in this game, but it's honestly not enough. And what is the result of this sort of like movement nerf? The game plays extremely slow and people are on head glitches aiming down sights all the time. And it's just not fun. And of course, this is compounded with something that has been plaguing Call of Duty for a very, very long time. And I don't even know why I'm bringing this up because they're never going to remove it. But skill-based matchmaking. I don't know how hard it is to just make a ranked playlist and a casual playlist. But skill-based matchmaking really just ruins multiplayer for a lot of people. And I'm not even really complaining from personal experience here. I'm just saying, how hard is it to make a ranked playlist and a casual playlist? Why is skill-based matchmaking in a casual playlist? That does not make any sense. At least from the perspective of just making a game with integrity, but the Call of Duty developers don't really have any integrity, which is why aim assist is so strong, and which is why they will never remove skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking increases the player retention of the game, which then increases how much money they make because, you know, people are still playing the game, people are continuing to buy microtransactions in greater numbers, and they clearly have data on that, which is why they have not removed skill-based matchmaking and likely never will. And the fact that they have data on this is further compounded by this extremely interesting statement regarding the minimap and players not showing up as a red dot when they shoot on the minimap. They have actually specifically stated that this negatively affects certain groups of players. So, yeah. If that doesn't tell you that they are hard catering this game to just the 99% to make as much money as possible, I don't know what will. And for that reason, I don't think I'm going to play this new Call of Duty. It's not a legitimate game anymore in my mind. Legitimate games are games that really don't favor any player group. They just, you know, put out a game, say, here's the game, guys, now play it, and then you just play the game, right? That's not how Call of Duty is anymore. It used to be how that was. It's really not now. And the evidence is directly in your face from official Call of Duty sources. So all in all, this game looks absolutely terrible, to the surprise of no one, because I fully expected this game to be terrible, because the past, 4 Call of Duties were awful, and the modern game design trends in AAA are just really terrible in general, and that's why Gundam Evolution has been so refreshing. But the saddest part is, this game will most likely still succeed on a massive scale, because this game is so heavily catered to casual players, the likelihood of casual players liking it is very, very high. And with that, honestly, hey, you can have it, because I'm just going to stay out of this one, boys. If I try it, it'll be during the beta, so I don't have to pay for the game. And past that, I don't see myself trying this video game at all. So that's about it for this video, guys. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. And of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to know what you guys think about this game in particular. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.